for either artist or a band that you probably new to, or you may be new to the music, is there a certain process you go by when you learning the music?
Listen to the song over and over again. Listen to it. Try to get the meat and potatoes of it in my spirit. Like listen for the stops and I mean, there's some songs that got time changes. Some songs that got breaks and all that good stuff. And so as a drummer, that's my main focus. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you do that, and then after that, you play along with it. You play along with it, and then after you play along with it, you kind of share it over a little bit until you get it. I like to get to a point to where I can play the song myself without listening to it.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
I like to get to that point to where I can do that as much as possible. That way, that way when I get to it, things will be. I'll be able to remember certain things.
Bo said that's cap.
That's cap. All right. If any,
Bo tell the truth. Earn out.
All right, Bo. If anybody know about not going over music, it's you.
He said he listened to the tunes on the way to the gigs like the rest.
I've done that before, but that's not a everyday.
I was just about to ask to tag on to what Lou said. The question: is there ever a time where you cheat? Like even like on intros or whatever, something that dun, 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 like, do you cheat?
It really depends, man. It really depends. It really depends on that because there's some tunes you can do that too. There's some tunes you can do that too. But there's some tunes you can't.
Yeah.
Like and we always bring this tune up. Never Too Much. The intro to Never Too Much. That's a very significant intro time wise because and you have to have that conversation with the band if y'all didn't practice it and that was just on the set list and you're supposed to go over that yourself. You have to have that which version do y'all play? Yeah. I play the record. I play how it is on the record. I done sat down and went over that intro, just the intro by itself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I done went over that time and time again myself, so it's embedded in my spirit. So it's like, now it is me. I learned yours, and I appreciate that. You've grown a lot in that area, and I appreciate that, Bo. But going back to your question is like, or your question was, do you cheat? And some tunes is just certain parts on it you can't cheat. Like you can't. Like if you're gonna play it the way it's supposed to be played, you have to do that. But that's pretty much my process of going over a tune that I've never heard, never played before. Yeah.
One thing I can say, man, especially with like drummers and bass players, y'all like the main source of a lot of times within a band, so it's like y'all definitely gotta
for sure
be solid and because in some cases
that's the point.
I can kind of hide behind stuff, especially if it's with tracks. I could definitely hide behind certain things playing as a keyboard player, but if it's no track, I definitely gotta make sure I know the music, especially if I'm playing like main keys or if I'm the main source of the music. But basically my process as a keyboard player, organ player, I have to tell people I need, especially if I'm not familiar with the music, I'm gonna need a few days for you to send it to me. Yeah. So I can really get it, get my mind on it.
And band leaders, y'all gotta stop. That's a good point, bro. We're gonna unpack that in a little bit. But y'all gotta stop sending and sometimes it includes myself. I'll even put myself in there. But band leaders, y'all gotta stop sending tunes day of. Man, y'all got and then expecting perfection when you get to the gig. We got to stop doing that. Now, in my case, I will say some of the tunes, like, so the way I have it set up with Funk Your Feelings is we have this and Bo, don't get on here talking shit, but we have this database full of songs. You know what I'm saying? I have a YouTube playlist where just Funk Your Feelings can see, and So and then when it's game day, or when we got that thing coming up, I'll pick from that database, and I'm saying, all right, Ben, this is what we're gonna do. And then a lot of times what I do, which I should get better at, I send the set list or the order. I send the order, either the week of, day of, whatever.
Yeah.
But definitely got to get better on sending last minute stuff. And expecting like a certain thing from your band members, because that's that doesn't put your team in the right position to be successful, especially if you're trying to get away from the we just gonna vibe.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times we really take that we just gonna vibe thing for granted, and we'll get on stage, and we'll just now luckily in a lot of cases we have capable musicians that can fill up space and that can do what they need to do.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that shouldn't be the only thing you're counting on. You want to make sure that everybody is prepared.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, for that situation.
Yeah, so there is a band that I play with from time to time, and the guy that's over band is a drummer, and I'm just, not all drummers really need to be band leaders, especially if you don't know.
No, for sure.
If you really don't know like the music or the backbone of music like that, like every time he'll like put the band members on the gig, he will send a big list of songs on the day of the gig.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I've been playing with the band for so long, so I don't ever look at it because I already know I already know like the repertoire. But people that's like new, they be like, man, what songs we doing? I just tell them, don't pay no attention to that. I said, whatever songs, I'm gonna call the songs, and I'm gonna make sure if it's something that you're more familiar with, that's what we're gonna do. Don't pay attention to that big blob list of songs.
Right. I got you. Yeah. and then too, like, even if you are going to add something to the repertoire, you definitely want to make sure that you want to at least put notes in there with like, okay, yo, this song is priority. This song is priority. Like, really make sure you pay attention to this song when you going over the song.
Right.
This song is priority. We're definitely doing this song. We're definitely doing this song. And then like you might throw in some tunes you might not have time doing or whatever, but even still, you have to make sure you give the proper amount of time so your team can be prepared. But yeah, sending 40 songs the day of, that won't cut it for any band leader.
Yeah,